What is so special about Baskin?
He's a grown-up.
You're always gonna. Can you imagine being constantly compared to a 13-year-old like Mike? I just don't think. I don't think you approach gum in the same fashion. I like a little Bubblicious.
Gen Wars. Welcome to Gen Wars, the generational podcast pitting the Gen Xers against the Millennials. I'm your host, Nick, and today we are reviewing the 1988... I rehearsed this, and my mouth wants to say Bruce Willis. We've done Bruce Willis now twice.
Insert other 80s actor now.
Tom Hanks' coming-of-age classic, Big, directed by Penny Marshall. Joining me, as usual, are my co-hosts and good friends, Cam, Katherine, and Steven. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Excellent.
Doing good.
You guys have done it to me again. You've made me angry.
I was like,
I can't wait. I
we were
cannot wait.
Unintentionally.
while we were filming out the Fifth Element, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good.
I thought about it, and man, what a grenade! Let's go.
Yeah.
When we chose this, I was like, oh, another movie in New York.
In New York, the only place in the world where
As I was
99%
watching the
of the
last
populace
episode,
lives.
I laughed more.
Blurred morals.
Before we get into our review, the criteria that we use to rate this movie is nostalgia, production value, spirit, rewatchability, and overall thoughts. Katherine, do you have a summary of this movie before we get into any reviews or any scores?
I sure do.
Excellent.
Okay. Big follows Josh Baskin, a 12-year-old boy who makes a wish at a carnival fortune-telling machine to be big. Very big. Overnight, he wakes up in a body of a 30-year-old man. Forced to live independently in New York City, Josh lands a job at a toy company where his childlike honesty and imagination unexpectedly makes him a corporate success. As he experiences adult relationships and responsibilities, Josh realizes that growing up isn't as simple or as fun as he imagined, and he must decide whether to return to childhood or remain an adult.
Wow. Well done, ChatGPT.
We're going to keep all of Katherine's reading on Steven while he just flails around wildly.
I wrote that myself.
You did?
No, I did not.
Oh, man, you got him.
That adult relationship, Steven.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Is this statutory? 100%.
Okay, yes.
who would like to go first?
I really want Steven to go first.
I want Steven to go first.
Okay.
Okay.
On my
Yeah.
notes, I have written out my score. And
Were you screaming at the TV while you're watching this?
I was full, like, because I don't do cringe like at all, and it's just like I can't get through like Always Sunny or like The Office or any of the Parks and Rec is another one.
So you just made him go full
right.
fetal for
I
this.
know, it's just like I felt like
Yeah.
my skeleton like hitting like pre-rigor mortis levels of
I love
just
it when
like
the plan
uncomfy.
comes together.
Golly.
Well done, Cam. Well done.
Scores, if I could. 6 out of 10 on nostalgia bias. Hadn't seen the movie. Great period piece for the 80s, so I got to give it some points there. That'll come into play later. Production value, an 8. I didn't see anything too egregious. I didn't see T-Rex CGI'd on screen or anything like that, but serviceable. Spirit or emotional intent. Depends on what we're trying to tell with this story, but I gave it a 7 with a tentative score change later as we go into the conversation. Rewatchability, 7. Yeah, it was a film. It's a good film. Very fun. Overall, gave it a 7. So gives us a nice 35 out of 50, which is 70%.
You know what? That's a higher score than I thought you would do. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's
After what you've
nothing-
been prepping me for all week.
Well, you know what? We can tank that spirit and emotional value real quick if we want to. So.
Cam, would you like to go next and give us a Gen X?
Absolutely. Nostalgia bias 9. Pretty high for me. Production value is kind of a 7. Not a whole lot going on in there. Spirit 6.
Yeah.
Watching this movie now, rewatchability is probably at a 6 for me as well, with an overall on a 6 for a 34 to be a 68. So I'm right behind Steven on this. I didn't like it.
Oh boy, I didn't like
Wow.
it, but
it's pretty average, and
that's what I was
I'm
feeling. You know, like
I'm very happy to unpack the things that aren't great about this. But yeah, like looking at it now, like, is it a movie that holds up? I don't think it does as much. And not through the eyes of an adult versus the eyes of a child. And I really wonder what it was like to view that at the time through the eyes of an adult, where they're like, did they have the same questions that I do? But yeah, go on.
Okay. All right. Catherine, you want to hit us with your scores and I'll round us out? Or do you want me to go before you?
no, I can go. That's fine.
Okay.
Nostalgia, I'm giving it an 8. I've seen this movie several times as a kid. Production value, I agree with Cam on a 7. It's not really, it's not known for cinematography with this movie or anything special, but 7. Spirit and emotional value and intent, I gave it an 8, but the relationship aspect was definitely knocking some points off there.
what is Hollywood trying to tell us?
Yeah, but like, I thought Tom Hanks was like obviously the best part of this movie, and then rewatch an 8 overall, an 8 sitting at a 39 out of 50 with 78%.
Okay. All right. My nostalgia is a 10 for this. This is one of those movies that I've watched 1.5 million times, especially as a child. Production value 8. Again, there's not a ton going on here. It's a Barry Sonnenfeld film movie, so he gets automatic credit for me. Spirit 8. Rewatchability a 9. I was giving it a 10 originally, but I realized I haven't watched this movie in at least 20 years at this point.
Longer for me.
Okay. And then overall is a 9, 44 out of 50, and 88%.
All right.
Egregious 88.
That's crazy.
No way.
Egregious.
Yeah.
Elephant in the room.
Where do we even start?
What elephant?
There's so
We've already addressed
Zoltar. That appears a lot in different movies, right?
No.
well,
It's like a trope
the actual
thing, right?
The actual
What?
machine is
Yeah.
very old itself. Like, it typically depicted by like a female fortune teller, and they changed it into a man. Like the
I thought that showed up in other
set
places.
designers built that thing.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I've seen. Maybe it's just like Goosebumps or like Scooby Doo or something, and it's like I know that I've seen this thing a lot. No, there's other things that's done.
The fortune
trope.
teller machine has been
Yeah.
done for a long time.
But I feel like it's usually called something like, if not actually Zoltar or something.
It might have been in something.
Zoltar is actually trademarked as one of those, but it doesn't it's not set up in the same fashion.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work when it's unplugged and grants your wish.
No, I think it's missing out on those components.
Yeah.
But stay tuned for a firmware upgrade.
Zoltar was in Scary Movie 4. And there's a Zoltar machine in the Grand Budapest Hotel. It says Feast of Love and Two Guns.
I've seen one of those movies.
Honestly,
guess
I'm
which one
impressed
I've
you've seen
seen.
one.
Yeah.
Scary Movie 4.
The only scary movie I've seen.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
I was about to
that
say
is
that.
on the money. Middle of the series,
On brand for Steven.
end of it. Why not?
So, Nick, do you have your little show and tell of your Zoltar? Did you keep it?
Oh, crap.
Nicholas.
Yeah. I was like, wait, I don't
Nicholas.
have anything for this. I totally forgot. Hold on.
Intermission. Do 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 do
Do
do.
do 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 do.
Thank you for holding. We're back.
Sit, Ubu.
I have my little Zoltar, Funko Pop Zoltar.
Very nice.
There you go. Yeah, so this is the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's for the movie.
This is for this movie.
I mean,
It's for this
the
movie?
movie's
Oh,
been
okay.
out for a
Yeah.
while, my dude.
Well, it's
So-
been in other
1988.
places.
Everyone that's using it has seen this movie.
I've never
It's
seen
an Easter egg to this movie, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what an Easter egg is? Do we need to have Dad at the movies?
it. What is an Easter egg?
Can I get a whiteboard, please?
There's some dust on this. We're gonna clean that up. But I also don't have this movie on DVD or Blu-ray or anything. I think this was one of.
shocked.
I know, me too. I might have a burned copy of it. But I was like, I was like, why? I think when I was buying a lot of movies, I was like, I love this movie. I don't need it right now. Buy other stuff
Yeah.
and it kind of just kept going by, and I never picked one up. So
Can we talk about the version that everyone watched?
Oh,
Did everyone watch the theatrical version?
I thought you said virgin. So.
no.
Tell
Not
me more
this
about
movie.
your versions. Did we see the theatrical versions or the extended ones?
What would be the defining factor? Because I don't know.
The one was 1 hour 44. The other one was 2:10.
10.
Whatever's on
Okay.
Disney Plus is the one I watched.
That is one I watched
Okay.
as well.
So I wanted to watch both.
I
I've been
did.
furiously editing other things, so I did not get to watch both. So Cam, you are the de facto director's cut man here. So
Didn't
give us
know
some
there was a director's
insight.
cut.
Yeah.
There was. It's like, 30 minutes difference in there.
That's
minutes.
intense.
I would say that some of the scenes helped overall and other ones really didn't. But one of my when I got done watching this movie, I was like, this is a romantic comedy. and looking back on it and all the things that took place, I was like, this is a really weird romantic comedy. It was like, it's not just comedy. There's some also like deep and dark shit going on here. And first and foremost, like the kid's just not there anymore. And then we're going to gloss over the fact that it's like, no cops are called. No,
Yes!
none
The
of
cops
this
were
stuff.
called.
The cops
The
were
cops
called.
were
Well,
there.
Yeah.
The cops were there. In
Yeah,
that one?
that's when he was smuggling the
Yeah,
clothes
when-
from his dad's house across the street.
No. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're right. In the extended one, they do have a scene where they're sitting inside the house and she's giving her statement.
Okay.
And she's saying that, he came in here and exposed his hiney.
And when I got into the kitchen, he turned around and he pulled down his pants and he exposed his hiney.
I don't know, like that's a pretty traumatic thing if this guy came in.
Oh yeah, it's a horror story because she's never gonna believe anything else than just some weirdo like.
Right. And like I keep looking back and they're like, well, this is a fantasy movie. And a lot of the things that are happening in this movie are, used for the comedic effect to push it forward. And I was like, I get that. But I was like, this is also kind of a really troubling ass shit of like what's happened.
Mom
What emotional
POV?
damage is happening to this woman and the
damage.
family. Anyways.
I always thought that was like as a kid when he comes back, runs back, comes in the house and first runs out and wipes his feet off when she like,
when she
What are
freaks
you-
the first time.
Really
Yeah.
good
Sorry, Mom.
physical like expression of like a child thing. Like Tom Hanks did really do
He's
a good job being a
fantastic in
child.
this movie.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
He apparently studied and worked with the kid who played young Josh and like picked up his mannerisms.
Yeah, which one was cast first? Was the child cast or was the adult?
The child
cast?
was actually cast first.
Yeah.
And,
Really?
So
Yeah.
Tom Hanks was originally set up to play this role, but he
Because he was kind of an unknown at this point, wasn't he?
He definitely had sitcoms and movies under his belt by this time, but he had scheduling conflicts with Dragnet was one of them, and I think The Burbs was the other.
Oh yeah, The Burbs.
And
The Burbs.
as that happened, like no one really wanted to make this movie, and for obvious reasons, like it's weird as shit. And Robert De Niro was approached to play Tom Hanks's role, and ultimately that fizzled because
that would make it so much worse.
It's gonna get way weirder here in a second.
Yeah.
But so apparently his salary requirements were too high, and during that time, like other people signed on and were looking at it, and I think it was Deborah Winger was up for it as the Elizabeth Perkins role. And I think no, it was Catherine O'Hara who was up for it while Robert De Niro was cast for it. And I think she handed it off to Elizabeth Perkins and recommended her. And from there, it went through a list of wild ass people that could have played Tom Hanks. Let's see here.
Name 'em.
This list is great. John Travolta
Yes, I saw that one.
was one of the top choices, but he was considered box office poison, right? At the time, which is true.
Why? Can we pause on that? Why?
Because at this time, he had done the Grease, Saturday Night Fever. He was on TV shows, Welcome Back, Kotter. And after, I think he did Urban Cowboy, and right around that time, it was just like unfavorable afterwards. Yeah. So I don't think it was until he got back into, he got some work.
Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking.
And then it really was Tarantino snatching him up in Pulp Fiction that gave him his rejuvenation.
Okay.
So, no. It was Deborah Winger that recommended Elizabeth Perkins. Harrison Ford, Robin Williams, Steve Guttenberg.
Oh, the Gooch.
Bill Murray, Judge Reinhold.
Of course it would be Bill Murray. God dang
Michael Keaton, Dennis Quaid.
How old was Tom Hanks in this movie?
He was only about 30.
Young. Yeah.
I think when he was filming this.
I think he was on age for what he was supposed to be.
Yeah, I feel like any of these other actors would have been too old for this role.
Age doesn't matter.
No, like it would have been
age
weird
is
as
just a
shit.
number.
Yeah. Especially
Spirit and Intent. Spirit and Intent. What's the Spirit and Intent
only
of this
one that I
movie?
could have seen that might been able to pull it off would have been Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Everybody else was in a different level of
in my heart of hearts,
acting.
I hope Robin Williams saw this as like, no, never.
And I mean, for a lot of those actors that were up for it or considered, they were, in between other roles that ultimately were way better for them to do. So, Tom Hanks was great. Steven, seeing Tom Hanks in a role like this, what was that like?
I think he was really good for this role. I don't know what I haven't seen young Tom Hanks ever. Nothing comes to mind.
You've seen The Burbs, but isn't that?
I guess he was. Yeah,
it's like right at this.
It's the next movie.
It's the next movie.
It's the next movie.
Yeah, I don't think he was
So
playing.
you haven't seen Splash
or The Money Pit or Bachelor
Turner and
Party.
Hooch. Okay.
Bachelor Party's where
Turner
it's
and
at.
Hooch. And then we get to Joe versus the Volcano, and that one does something different and slows his career down a little bit until The League of Their Own.
That was awesome.
That's a good one.
Yeah, probably Toy Story is my biggest Tom Hanks film that I can think of.
And that still wasn't even till
95.
95.
Yeah.
Had he already done Castaway by that point?
I've not seen
No.
2000.
I've seen a lot of clips of him playing the guy that landed the plane in the river.
What's
Sully.
it called?
Sully.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of clips of that. That's about it.
I enjoyed it.
Hold on. Let's make sure we fill everybody in. The reason we made this podcast is because Steven hasn't seen shit. So we're trying to catch him up on everything.
It's true.
It's really bad. It's actually probably
Doing
a
the
crime
Lord's
at this
work.
point. I'm gonna get 3 hots and a cot for my crimes against.
It's okay. I have
cinema.
another friend who is actually worse than you. So believe it or not.
Okay, you know the
Happens.
bar is on the floor, but it could go lower. That's
I
what
mean,
we know.
this is why we
know.
started this. I
We need
have-
James Cameron to raise the bar.
as I've gotten older and got friends that were more in the millennial camp, realized that you guys have not seen a lot of movies.
I'm the anomaly, I guess.
You're the anomaly. You're the anomaly. I can talk to you all day about movies, and you're like, "Yep, seen it." But yeah, there's so many of my friends, even my girlfriend hasn't seen a ton of stuff. She's seen a more,
Shame.
but yeah. But it's wild that your generation just kind of went to a different medium. I guess video games and cell phones or
Well, and I think just like animation just took off. Like we're talking about Disney. Golden.
The invention of electricity, Grandpa. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. We were
Okay,
playing
Steven,
outside
lights.
and drinking water from the hose and
that
riding
was
our
good.
bikes to our friends' house.
I remember
That
when
good-
they used to hit a wheel.
that good hose water.
Yeah.
Lead.
You gotta let it run a
Tastes
minute.
so good.
You gotta let it run a minute. You don't want the hot stuff that's
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta let,
Nope.
You're like, yeah.
I wish I could get drinks from that method though, because like that was a good force of water, or
Yeah.
just like liquid.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called like the hose that goes to the keg. Cam, I think you're kind of
Oh,
going
there you
down like alcoholism, but
Oh, it's not the same.
It's
It's
a
not
different
the
type
same.
of liquid.
Yeah. Apparently, I really like sucking garden hoses.
just
Ooh.
Suck on it. What are you doing?
Phrasing.
Are we still doing that?
yeah.
We're doing
Sucking
it
garden
all
hoses? I
wrong.
mean,
Oh my god.
God, render me an image of Cam.
we have gone way off course.
Steven, was
I
this
mean, we
movie
started in the deep end.
was this movie the precursor to Beast Wars?
Yes, I was going to bring this up. I even went over the. I was driving home
Oh
from
my
work, and I was
God.
like, "What topics do I need to bring up to my wife?" And, I was thinking I was going to bring up Beast Wars, and she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Oh, yeah, like-
because
Please connect the dots for me.
Okay, at the
Oh,
scene.
God.
Oh,
You want to take it? Take it
I'm
away.
totally prepared for this conversation.
right,
anyways,
yeah. I
so
prepare one conversation,
go.
and he's trying to take it from me. What's going on?
Nope.
Okay, first question.
I want you to drop it.
First question: Did they name the toy company, or is it a
Yeah, Macmillan.
Macmillan?
Yeah.
So it's a fake toy company, though. That's not a real
Correct.
toy company that was around the 80s. Perfect.
But it was set in the right time because they did use like
It's a stand-in
competitor
for
names.
Hasbro, I feel like, or like kind of.
They mentioned Hasbro.
Are you like stretching and trying to connect different movies here?
I
No.
mean, they were. He had
Okay.
in his office. He was playing with He-Man. Fireball Island made a big appearance in this movie. Where they're walking through FAO Schwarz. He also had a copy of Fireball, one of the boxes of Fireball Island. He had a G.I. Joe, the Blackbird box on
Yep.
the window
Yep.
in his apartment. So,
Yeah,
but
I feel
yeah,
like
this
it
is
was
just a
Hasbro
flip
and
story.
everything but name. So
Correct.
when he's
Yeah.
doing the pitch about the building, and he's like, "I don't get it. Like, why does a building? Like, what can you do with a building?"
Well, what's fun about that?
He's like, I mean, if a robot transformed into a bug, that'd be something, but that's Beast Wars, was robots transforming into bugs and they say like they rattle off a lot of things that do end up becoming Beast Wars, I think.
A prehistoric transformer?
Interesting.
Gentlemen,
So the robot turns into a bug.
Yeah, I mean,
Question.
again, so
Question.
so we watch. So obviously, if anyone stuck with us for this long, Steven and I were doing Beast Wars versus Gen 1 Transformers at the beginning of this, and I haven't watched this movie in so long that when that came up, I was like, oh my god! I was like, this is a perfect connection back to all that.
You guys are both wrong. Yeah.
Wait, how am I wrong? I have nothing.
First of all, the Insecticons and the Dinobots from G1 are established 3 years before this movie even gets lit.
Okay. All right. I will.
And the only reason that scene is in there is based on a conversation that Penny Marshall had with Rob Reiner regarding that she had seen a docu on insects and wanted to keep it in. But I would imagine at the time that it was being written was probably around the time that someone probably saw that. Like, you have to be involved somehow in that world of toys or things that were happening to kind of like make the movie a little bit better. And like, they were like from the set designers too, Thundercat sheets and stuff. You know, those are pretty cool. Even the laser tag that he used, it was the laser tag competitor, and I want to call it
Photon.
like photon. There you go.
I paused it to read it, and I was like, "Oh wait, it's Photon." I looked it up. There was also a show, if I'm not mistaken, that was revolved around Photon laser tag.
Yeah, the helmet was goofy, perfectly goofy.
Sounds like a fever dream.
So I had the original regular whatever. I think it was just called laser tag, right? Cam, do you remember?
Yeah.
I had, and it had the same kind of. They looked different. They're the little register or disc that you would put on your chest. I used to lay on my bed and shoot down the hall, and I used to put it on top of the mantle. On my fireplace and shoot down the hall at it and trigger it. My mom's like, "Will you knock it off?" Because every time it goes, it makes a noise.
What does Steven have? Is that new laser tag?
No, this is from about the right time. This is old laser. This is space laser. It did work. I did.
It sounds like it's got water in it.
You give me emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
So the show was called Photon. And it was on in 1986 to 1987. So a one season short run.
It's a random thing to have, Steven.
It was my father-in-law's. I have the box too. I don't want to pause that long to go get it, but all right.
It's probably buried in your couch anyway.
Thanks.
This was.
Thank you. The toy store scene was awesome from FAO Schwarz, and I think even the boss Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia.
Loggia. I kept going back. I was like, how the hell do I say this guy's name? I haven't. Anyways, I think it was like modeled after like the FAO Schwarz toy person as well.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Oh,
like character wise, and the store itself.
I think they just shot
clearly,
in.
Yeah,
they shot in FAO. That year that or this movie came out, I was in FAO Schwarz during Christmas time. So like this movie brings me back to that time.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, we need to find the laser tag. I want to play laser tag.
Of course.
Oh, little Nicky.
Catherine, have you ever been to did you ever go to the FAO Schwarz in the West County Mall around here?
No, I don't think so.
It had an animatronic tree that would talk, and it had like the monkey that would go across on the tightrope. So it was, and it had a big clock. It had that clock face with the thing. It was great. It was better than the New York one.
It was. I can't say. I don't know what it is now.
It was. It had way more animatronics. No, shut the fuck up. It was way better. It had all the animatronics. I remember distinctly because
You've never
Flubber.
been to the one in New York, but okay.
I saw it. That was the one depicted. No.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks.
You saw parts of it.
I saw enough of it. I'll tell you what.
It still exists. I believe.
I'm sure it does, but it's been corporatized.
Still
like
exists.
the amount.
I don't know that FAO Schwarz still exists.
Steven, I don't know if anybody's going to get on your side of your local FAO Schwarz being better.
But yeah, it is as a child. It is a magical place. I don't know. I haven't been there as an adult, so I don't know if it'll bring the same feelings back. But I remember going there and just being like,
Did they have the permanent piano there yet?
They did not. I don't think that it at the time this movie had just come out at that time, so I don't think it was. Actually, do you know when this movie came out? I did not look that up.
1988.
No.
Oh.
Is the
Yes,
time of year?
June 3rd, 1988.
Okay, so I was there at Christmas, so I don't know if they would have. I don't recall seeing the piano.
I think the piano is part of an art installation, and that artist does a lot of things at like children's type things where they put him. I think there's like he has like 16 different ones.
See, I read that they installed a permanent piano.
They might have, but I think it might have been later. They should've.
Yeah. I mean,
Steven, what did you think of the piano scene? Like,
Oh, it was
watching
incredible.
for the
I had
first
actually
time?
seen that scene on TikTok already, so I just didn't have any context for it. But it was great to watch it for real.
Yeah.
and understand it.
Chopsticks.
I love the scene where he's at the buffet at the work party.
I
Yeah,
I cannot look at Little Ears of Corn without thinking of this movie.
yes.
that was great, dude.
The only place that we could, I guess we typically ran into Little Ears of Corn was getting Chinese food around
Yes.
here. And so whenever my family got Chinese food, my brother and I would scramble for the mini corns and eat it like that. My parents are like, just eat the whole thing. What are you doing?
You're like, no,
He
I'm the Tom
improvised
Hanks. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it stuck. That whole scene with him eating all the
God,
hors
it's so
d'oeuvres and
funny.
everything, it's great.
And then it goes right into the horror of like pro grooming propaganda.
It's not grooming in the
It's
least.
not?
No, not at all.
No, it's
And I
not
wrote
grooming.
a whole lot of. I just rewatched this movie for a second time with that in mind, and I have a whole shitload of notes if you want to fight this out right now.
Nick was ready to debate.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
See, this is the problem. You gave me time to develop a.
Oh, it's no
and-
problem.
Because we
That's
had
no problem.
we had this prepared on a silver platter.
Okay, let's say grooming is a deliberate act of building trust
Mm-hmm.
with a child on the purpose of exploiting them sexually. She didn't know he was a child at all.
She
wanted
did
to
when
get
she was like, "Hold
laid.
on to my number
She
and I can
wanted to
wait."
she wanted to get laid and leave
And she
her
didn't
stupid
care how she was going to
boyfriend.
get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
She
That's,
didn't know he was a.
I
30-year-old
legitimately
man
didn't
who she
know that
worked
they
with.
were in a like she was. I didn't know she was dating that asshole.
Yes.
well, she
I
did
think
a lot
she
of
was like,
people
oh,
apparently.
wait,
If any, now we're getting
did have
into
a
cheating
list.
too.
They all work
Yeah.
there.
Adultery in the 80s.
Openly cheating in this movie.
In the workplace.
I don't necessarily know that it was cheating. We don't know anyone else's status. We can't jump to conclusions.
What's this?
What does it look like? Shampoo, razor, toothpaste, 2 neckties, and your exercise tape.
Oh, and I want my keys back.
If it's a cheating, if it's a child in a man's body, I don't know.
But no, it's not grooming. It's a woman who is unaware that the person that she's trying to develop a relationship with happens to be a child that magically grew up into a 30-year-old. And
How would
is-
you have expected that or planned for that?
She lied about her age. It's got to be fine. What could he have done?
It's true. It's true. She does have some redeeming moments. One of them is in the extended version.
Okay.
Where later in the movie, after Josh tells her that his pants are like slung over one of the chairs after he leaves, and she goes through the pockets and finds the Zoltar card. And another one, they're like at work, and she asks if he can get her some gum, and he purchases Bubblicious for her. And you can see at that moment it starts to click, like maybe he is telling the truth.
Yeah.
And by the time that they get to the end in the car and it's like goodbye and he goes in for the kiss, this was supposed to be on the lips, and she insisted that it go to the forehead. And I was like, I think at that point she came to a realization that this is not what it like. This is not right. It was like, here you go, little boy, and she drove the fuck off. That little Subaru blazed.
That I had not seen that Subaru before. I really like that car. That's on my chase list. That car is
Chase list.
X60, something like that. It's
Yeah,
it's 2 letters and a
there's
number.
3. Subaru had some wacky designs back in the 80s.
I mean, you give me some pop-up lights in a coupe. I like that.
Let's talk about the safety issue here. And I think I know where the budget went as well. But when you put a trampoline by 14-foot pane glasses everywhere, like, do you want to be jumping up and down on stockings? Like, I feel like that would not be good.
It's almost like that should have been.
And Elizabeth Perkins is just going out 3 stories onto the bottom there. I was concerned.
I wanted a trampoline in my house so bad after that. Right? Windows all around it. Not a good idea.
You really need some high ceilings for that.
Yeah.
The budget went on blow up balls.
Yeah,
because
it's almost like that should have been
balls.
a really big indicator that something was up when you go to his house and it looks like that. Is that a common thing? Is that a common thing?
That's almost a special
like
episode of your favorite.
Hold on.
Don't look over here, though.
Yeah, hold on, Stephen. Would you like to look around both of our rooms? Yeah, hold on. Let's cover all the stuff before we talk about.
See, I got my toys in front of me so you can't see it. I look like a nice adult here.
And you got the smut rack over there, too. That doesn't help.
Yes. Adult.
He had a lot of models, too.
Yeah, he had the big battle aircraft carrier that
Yep.
told her not to touch.
And a Saturn V.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
The bunk beds really are just, come on.
I love the bunk bed scene where they're like figuring out where to put it. Like, so much room for activities.
If the movie was all just like the Friends, like Big Friend, Little Friend, great. A great comedy. And honestly, as long as she didn't sleep with the kid, it would have been fine. But they
didn't sleep with the kid. Sleep with a man that she didn't know was a child.
I'm sorry.
I'm not telling you it's acceptable, but she didn't know.
She didn't.
She didn't
not
know.
knowing. Not knowing is okay. Not doing your research.
No. She didn't know.
It's equal to having sex with someone with brain damage.
It's not like there was the internet for her to stalk someone.
Burn the footage.
It's gonna be a 20-minute episode. Hey, welcome to Gen Wars. It was great.
Could we do a compilation of just Steven freaking out for this episode?
Just like hard cuts, like half frame, just like
So Cam, I have was there a side plot with Billy?
No, the only thing that we got more out of Billy, and Billy's a great character. He's really the only one trying to get to the end of this movie. Everyone else is just really dilly-dallying through the toy store.
He's a very weirdly level-headed child.
No, he's completely like level. Like that's like normal child. Like, oh, there's a adult cornering me in the locker room in my school. I'm going to freak out.
So
well, yeah, he did freak out, but then he like was very he just seemed very calm and collected and helping.
Oh, he's
Josh
a street
out.
savvy New York kid, you know.
Josh? You look terrible.
And as a kid, like and I think I said at the beginning of the episode, is that I put myself in those shoes because I was his age roughly watching this movie and being like, how the hell am I going to tell my parents that I'm now a 30-year-old man? How am I going to tell my best friends that I'm a 30-year-old man or in a man's body? Like how is this going to?
The only person you didn't tell was the chick.
So yeah, one of the deleted scenes happens like in the first couple of minutes, and it's showing Billy's dinner scene, and Billy is cooking and he's pulling something out of the oven, like meatloaf or some crap, which is also funny because he's holding it with a pot holder, but it's like so heavy that he has to use his bare hand on the other side. But he puts it down, and then the mom is just ripping into everyone, how nobody helps her, and just really abusive and yelling, and everyone's just like all quieted up. So like weird.
The Baskin, he's with the Baskin family, or was his with his family?
Billy's family, Billy's actual family.
That's a nice little insight of like why Billy was able to be with Josh all the time.
Take off, yeah.
Well, yeah. One, take off, but two, also not like that boy was not shook at any point in time other than being accosted in the equipment room.
Because he's already an adult.
But, you know, going through that sketchy ass hotel, he just catches cab rides home. He's very much his own man. Like Billy is the hero
It's almost like
in
a
this
foil.
entire movie.
Yeah.
Because what kind of lies would he have come up? Because his mom, Josh is his next door neighbor, so obviously his family knows that Josh is missing. So
They don't care. I think that scene would have been really helpful.
From the one scene, and it's like 15 seconds long. Like no one is concerned about anyone except for the craziness inside their own home.
Yeah.
No one was looking for him. He also said that he would have made the basketball team and told his mom. So it's not like she'd be looking to go there. That woman didn't look like she was trying to get to a basketball game at any point in time in her life.
And it kind of was implied that the dad was absentee as well.
I was just going to say Dad was in the movie for 30 seconds at best in the beginning at the carnival.
They do
Billy's
show.
Well, Josh's dad too.
Billy's dad was there too, but he was a very beaten down man. That woman ruled the house in loud anger. So everyone was probably verbally abused at that point and sought out for. And then, no one's trying to find little Josh Baskins out there. They're not, which is also
household.
weird. From the time that this happens, we get the milk carton, the missing picture on the milk carton, which is definitely a throwback to that time period of
They
trying
don't
to
do
find
that
missing
anymore,
children.
right?
They do not do that anymore.
Crime.
They may do it somewhere. I mean, I thought it was helpful, but I guess people get depressed when they look at their milk in the cereal in the morning.
Yeah, I see it on the grocery stores. They'll put them up in the grocery stores, but that's the best I get.
No, they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Was it just one company that was doing it? Is that why? Or is that like a state thing that they were doing?
I don't remember if it was nationwide or, regional. It seems like a regional thing to do, especially if you had a high concentration of missing children. But that's another talk show.
It faded in the late 80s, early 90s due to its low success, emotional distress, and racial bias.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
And then we developed Amber Alert and stuff. So
that makes, I would like that as the answer. Is we developed Amber Alert, so we didn't
just
use it.
not
I like
not
that
more products like here's the new butter and it's got missing kids on it. That'd be a little weird. I thought it was crazy to think that a missing New Jersey boy would be on a milk carton in the middle of New York, and especially in that ladies. Yeah, I know. That was the real fantasy and the jump there. Is that anyone gave a shit about Josh that much? Because basically through the film, no one cares. Mom does, and she's all sad, but that seems, I don't know.
Yeah, Billy would have gotten questioned by the police, any of this, and just kind of, and we're moving through the story, so I get that we don't need to stop, and we're not having a missing persons movie here. This is supposed to be
it's a fantasy romantic comedy.
Yes.
Can we talk about how?
But he didn't come of age. If only
he did. He grabbed her boob. He was all over it.
Yeah, as a kid, I didn't know that they had sex when I watched this. I didn't. Sex was this. I don't.
The writers did.
It was very apparent on this watch because we went from hand on the boob and coming down to the next scene of him coming into work, and he's like.
Yes,
he is a man now. He's high-fiving dudes down there and taking off his sign.
Yeah, as a child, I didn't know that.
No.
Were you 12? You should have, because that's apparently what 12-year-olds do.
No, I was way younger watching this. I was like, wow, he touched a boob. I'd be high-fiving everybody too.
I was,
Sure.
Different set of eyes watching that movie.
Can we talk about how hilariously easy it was for him to get a job?
Yes.
With an 8-digit social security number?
12.
12.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
There's a couple of numbers missing on your social security.
Oh, 12.
Sure.
I now understand your generation and my parents, and it's like, yeah, just go in and hand them your resume, get a job.
Yeah. Just get a
Well,
job.
god damn it, if only. I see where
You
I
know
see
computers? I've been known to computer.
Yeah,
I know what it
computer one.
is. Yeah.
I pooter. It's great.
Yeah,
You
totally.
pooter?
I pooter.
The small little interaction where he's filling out the job application and they don't know what to put. And they're like, what did that guy put? And they're like, they're two kids. They're like, let's look over and see what he's doing.
That was where like the spirit of it really worked.
Yes.
It's like what
Exactly.
would
Yeah.
like, and then
What would a kid
adults
do?
defaulting to like childlike, like, no, you can't look. That was funny. that was when the film was really firing on all cylinders, was those interactions.
I agree.
Because I think the spirit of the movie is like, don't lose track of like your childhood, like don't lose
Yes.
track of your
Inner child.
youthfulness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't know why you need to bang your inner child, but that's a little bit different.
Okay.
It's got me thinking about movies like Vice Versa and whatnot.
It's been a while since I've watched Vice Versa. I don't know what was in that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it definitely hit a sexual tone out of the gate. And, we mental gymnastic of him just growing into the underwear overnight. But when he gets to the bathroom, he's popping the drawers and looking down into those things, which, yeah, I don't know. It was like 80s sexuality. But I mean, for a kid, I don't know. Is it a kid's movie? I don't know what the fuck it is. I was a kid and subjected to this. Why?
Why?
Okay, Nick.
It's not
and
a
Cam.
kids movie. I wouldn't
When
put
you
it as
were-
a kids movie.
How old were you when you watched it, Nick?
Yeah, he was younger than me.
Yeah.
Did you know what sex was at that age, or understood what it was?
Not to that degree. Again, he touched a boob and got a kiss, and I was like, yes, good job, Josh. And that was it. That's why he got a high five. Like, that's all I understood. Like, or at least I think that I understood. Again, we're talking a long time ago. Remember, old.
So Josh, the character, wouldn't really understand what sex was.
Knocked her socks off.
I mean, like, he's talking about trying to get that blonde, like, tree of a girl over there. It was like 1.5 feet taller than him.
That's
He's trying to
accurate
bang
for
her.
childhood, though. Right. Yeah.
I mean, he's not trying to play video games with her.
I don't
Yes,
know
yes,
about-
he is. Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Yes, that's
so hold on.
exactly-
I don't know about a lot of kids in the millennial generation, but I know a fair amount. There is I can't overgeneralize this,
But
but
where
I
are
have
you
heard.
going with this
hold
one?
on. I have heard a lot from people in my generation that they lost their virginity between like 12 and 14, 12 and 15. So that was a thing. That was a prevalent thing that at least I experienced. Again, I don't know about the millennials.
12?
Yes, I've heard 12.
I heard 12.
Kids be active.
Oh, would you like me to out the person on?
No!
on a
Is it
podcast?
is it for
obviously.
lack of education of what it is? I don't know.
It's right there.
We're at a
It's right
time where your hormones are.
There wasn't the internet, so there was nothing else to do.
Right, yeah,
There's that too. Like we didn't.
We went out to
and-
we exited our caves, and then we adjusted
rode
our
our bikes
loincloths and
But yeah,
discovered
your
fire.
Hormones are going wild, and this is that there is, people aren't being made. There's a lot of delinquent parents that are off working, and so yeah, kids lost their virginities early.
That's
I'm glad we
wild.
had this talk, Dad.
Yep, great. What was the rate of teenage pregnancy in the 80s?
I don't
Yeah,
know, but
that-
do we need to bring this in?
Fact check.
Fact check.
Okay, I'm curious now.
Yeah. Now I have grave concern of what was happening in the 80s.
Okay, let's check this.
Yes. excellent.
Statistics in the.
We had a lot of
80s.
programs going on at the time.
Dare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dare. Well, let's check. So
100
Nick is checking for when he was like 13. So we need to check like 2000, Steven. See the
early 1900s.
yes.
I don't know. Kids have been getting busy since the dawn of time.
That's fair. I'm talking about what
like,
I mean,
what
like,
story are we
I-
trying to tell?
I just don't think that when Josh is looking at that teenage girl, because he's 13, that he's just wants to go and like go play games with her. But maybe he does. I mean, I don't also think that when he's Big Josh and he brings Elizabeth Perkins back to his place, I don't think he sees her as, you know, a romantic side yet. It's
not
just
at all.
someone to have fun with.
We're just hanging out.
I want to spend the night with you.
Do you mean sleep over?
Well, yeah.
Okay. But I get to be on top.
But that's because he's attracted to the girl in his own lane.
Because he's a child.
Now, what is funny
Whoa,
when Billy,
okay. Sorry,
when
I
Billy,
got some
when,
statistics here.
I was assaulted
Hold on,
by these numbers.
before we go into this, before we go into that, at the very end of the movie, when Elizabeth Perkins runs out and she's like grabs Billy and is like, "Where's Josh going?" And she's like, "Who the hell are you, lady?" He goes, "I'm Josh's girlfriend." He goes, "Ugh."
I know. That was
Oh,
great.
You have to tell me where he went. Who are you? I'm his girlfriend.
He was obviously oblivious to her. I think he definitely had hormones and emotions towards like actual girls. And he definitely, you know, was like, "Oh, this is what this is. Let's go." And he was a changed man from that point. And then all he wanted to do was work, because apparently if you work, you get that, which, I mean, what's a better poster for work?
Exactly. And we're not going to victim blame here unless Nick's trying to make that argument.
Who's going to be the victim blaming?
We can't blame the child.
Sorry, I haven't been listening. I've just been like flabbergasted by numbers. So sorry.
Okay, flabbergasted numbers, please.
Numbers.
Okay, rate of teenage pregnancy in 1988 is 111 people per 1,000 women aged between 15 and 19.
15, not 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Just checking.
yes.
They also
And then
used to send here, Steven. Here, you want a real fucked up one? They used to send girls away to
Yes.
other places when they got pregnant.
yeah, because
underage.
it was
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
There's a whole movie, riding in the car with boys. I believe that is
yes.
what
They would send you like to a convent or something.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah.
nunnery.
Another rate. And then for us, Steven, 2000, it says 85.4 women. Like, it's kind of out of 1,000. So it's dropped a little bit.
So
Okay,
it
good.
definitely
And
went
then
down a lot.
It went down. And then to 2025, it's 12.7 per 1,000 women.
Okay.
It's
Very good.
dropped a lot.
Yay, society, we did something.
Yay for sex education.
You can't get pregnant when you're staring at your phone.
Yeah, I have fucking facts.
It's true.
It's true. Like, yay, technology. Yay.
Yeah.
It'll go down less with the robots coming into play.
Anyway, sorry, those numbers really surprised me. It dropped quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's protection, education. There's a whole lot of
Almost like we're not showing movies about getting laid to 12-year-olds.
I don't think that has any. I don't think that's why. I don't think that's. I didn't watch this movie and run out and I'm like, gotta
What
get
year
laid.
did this
It's
come
about
out? What
time.
were the numbers?
Go find me a nice woman in her 30s.
This movie's wild.
Hey, I heard you want to climb the corporate. I would. Do you want?
Steve.
Climbing the corporate ladder.
Oh man.
You would, I can't even fucking
Oh,
get it out. It's fine.
Cam, was there any extension of the time frame in this movie in the director's cut because they only said it's 6 weeks, and 6 weeks he went from dude in the at the bottom of the rung to top of the ladder to apartment to.
It was the 80s.
White men in the 80s and corporate America.
That's fine. No, but more so just the how fast and how fast everything went and to where he got to before he found the Zoltar machine.
It
feels like there's a discrepancy.
I don't know that there's a discrepancy because the way that woman set it up at the office, you had your fee, you had 30 days for it.
Fill this out in triplicate, $5 filing charge.
You gotta fill it out. Everything was in triplicate. Everything was in triplicate.
We need copies. We're not copying.
That's how the government still works, FYI.
Yeah, it really does. And she said it could take longer. You might get lucky. So right off of the bat,
he did get lucky.
He did. From the milk carton box on there, I think it identified him somewhere in September being abducted, and then going on into December-ish is when they were supposed to be in the city. Now, obviously, that was filmed before that because other than her wearing gloves a couple of times, like you can't really tell that anyone's in the winter time, but that would have been the time frame is a couple of months within the same year. Like,
let's think about mom POV for that one. Like, I think like getting like hostage letters from your son and some man calling like the boy's fine, he's fine, don't worry.
Well, there's also another scene in there where he's calling her and asking her if he's doing a survey and asking, for kids that have stomach aches, they're asking moms what are their remedies, because him and Billy were eating so much that he actually got sick from it.
Awesome.
We're conducting a consumer survey, and we were wondering what kind of medicine you would give to your family. For what? For a stomach ache.
So, I mean, like, there were definitely weird ass shit that was happening to this lady. Apparently, aside from him coming in there the first time wearing her son's underwear.
Trauma.
And her husband's giant sweatshirt. Why would you not know that was his? It was.
She did.
You washed that thing.
Right,
Come on
exactly.
Now.
It was
know
the
exactly
80s.
what that is. I'm not sure that this movie answered any questions for me.
What questions were there?
Why?
Why? Why is
poor
this a
Josh?
story?
I mean, like, how is Josh growing up from this? He got banged in New York, and like he peaked at 13.
Wow.
He's going
all
back.
downhill. No, he was 13. No, he had his birthday.
He did peak at 13. Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah,
had his
did.
birthday because they took him out.
His
friend took him out for the birthday at the pizza shop, and then he's like, "I gotta go do something."
12 and a quarter.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
He
12
was
and
already
3/4.
13.
Can we talk
told her.
about the emotional baggage Susan has after this?
Oh, yeah.
She's devastated. She is
Man.
fucking.
I hope
kaput.
she doesn't live in like an upper floor. That's just
So my last relationship.
Oh my god, the fucking therapy bills for
The
her.
skeletons in her closet, yeah.
Josh is so mature.
He's a grown-up.
He's a grown up. I was like, oh.
What is so special about Baskin?
He's a grown-up.
You're always gonna. Can you imagine being constantly compared to a 13-year-old like Mike? I just don't think. I don't think you approach gum in the same fashion. I like a little
But I mean,
bubblicious.
that was a beautiful thing in this movie where like he was growing up and she was.
It was wholesome. Yeah.
Yes, it was very wholesome in that.
Do you know how you do this movie? It's called Elf. And do you know what doesn't happen in Elf?
Elf gets laid.
Well, he was age appropriate in Elf. Yeah.
Same premise. And I can see how it's done. Elf is into like like this. This.
It's actually a good comparison. Not gonna
Thank
lie.
Yeah.
I thought of that all on my own.
Look.
Look at you drawing parallels.
And it's set in New York.
Greatest
Chris is
city
in New
on
York
the planet.
too.
Only movies from New
The
York
only
for
other
the rest
city.
of the year.
2026 is New York.
It won't be hard to do because we don't film anywhere else.
Would you like a movie in the
hilarious.
Midwest?
I think the most
Steven?
realistic depiction of New York was the apartment that they found, or the motel, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That
Well,
seemed really
so
just like
that was New York.
it was
in
probably
the
filmed
80s.
on scene. Yeah,
That
I
like New
believe it.
York in the 80s was not a great place. It was very
you
dirty.
just say
and
New
then,
York is not a great place,
No,
and
no.
that would be factual. I don't even think they had Foley artists for that. All that stuff going on in the background. That was probably just they just set
Yeah,
up
that was
mic
just filmed live.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the mayors came in and cleaned up New York. I don't think it.
Which time?
Maybe it was Giuliani, but I don't know if it was somebody before him. But I know that in the 80s it was rough, and then it got cleaned up, and a lot of that depiction of that kind of went away. All the sex stores in time, the sex porn stores and stuff in Times Square got removed, and guys washing your windows at stop signs, at stoplights. There'd be guys who'd just be slopping their with their squeegees and stuff, cleaning your windshield.
I'm
and
sure glad we
open for
filmed
money.
every movie for the last half a century at this glorious place.
Does anybody else have any things that they want to talk about before we get the hell out of here?
Do you need to continue your trauma there, Steven?
No, I'm fine. I'll sleep on it, and I will wake up tomorrow with the same opinion, most likely. But
Yeah, all right. One final thought. I did not appreciate the amount of time that it took for him to go back to being Josh, the kid. Like he
walked away, she turned away and looked back, and
then
he was looking.
like done. Like he had to sleep through some kind of cosmic storm.
Yeah, actually,
storm.
Yeah.
That's a good question, because she was dropping him off at home as an adult. What did they what was the end game there? Was he just gonna walk in and be like, just wait till morning, Ma, it's all right?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, because
what was the game
to
plan
start
here?
it? Yeah, there was a big storm, and it was an overnight thing, and this just happened.
Yeah, you kind of got this like labyrinthy thing. It was like, the machine wasn't plugged in and he identified it, and then there was a storm, and I don't know, he transformed overnight and they was there. I don't think he transformed in the same time because like otherwise they would have been riding home with the kid and he would have been like in the back like, hey mom,
Sleeping or
like,
something. That would have been great.
I mean, they were in what, New Jersey? No.
Yeah, they were in New Jersey.
Yeah, they went to where they went to the park that they went to.
You're right.
And then
You're
his
right.
home was in New Jersey. So I mean, regardless, it's not a very far commute.
Again, it's a fantasy romantic comedy, so there's a lot of liberties that are taken within this genre.
We really need a compilation of Steven.
This is a genre? There's more of these?
This is very much a genre.
Yes, switcheroo-y kind of movies are a big genre.
Switcheroo
and
is
It was a
fine.
big
That's
thing in
fine.
the 80s. I was looking that up.
and there's
this was like
also
a trope.
always a storm that happens that causes the thing to start.
That's how you know it worked. Otherwise, if there's no storm, like you're
exactly.
good. Yeah.
Steven, have you seen Weird Science?
I've seen The Page Master. That's kind of like this.
That's funny because my husband brought up that you should see that.
Like this
Get us
movie.
outta
He
here.
actually, no, it's funny because my husband brought up that we should watch that one literally
Page
like
Master is
3 days ago.
incredible. Yeah, it's in the 80s. He gets caught in a storm. He slips and clunks his head, and then he's switcherooed into the books. That's the same thing. He
Not
doesn't get
quite
laid,
the same
though.
thing, but similar.
They're not same thing.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
pages.
He mentioned 2 movies. He mentioned Page Master. I can't remember the other one. I'll have to ask.
Was it Brave Little
There's-
Toaster? Because I hope so.
It was not.
Oh.
And nobody has an obsession with that movie besides you.
Yeah,
well,
it's
everybody's wrong.
true. Everyone is wrong.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's get out of here. Steven, you want to round us out with some plugs if you can muster up the energy.
Oh,
to
I
do
got some
so.
energy. You know what? If you don't live in New York, you can like and subscribe to this channel and anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And everybody here is working hard on their own little projects. Katherine over at Spectacle Views is doing a lot of going outs, maybe not to carnivals per se, maybe no Zoltar machines, but you're doing some stuff over there, I think.
Yeah, we do. We have Festival of the Arts starting up at Epcot soon, and Mardi Gras starting at Universal soon. So we got some good content coming.
Nice.
And some good food in near future.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a Ren Fair, too. So, yeah, it'll be fun.
Large smoked meats. Quite possible.
Oh, yeah.
And we have Ham over at his channel, NeverTouchinGrass, where he never touches grass. And you can check it out to make sure he doesn't touch grass. What are you doing over there?
Not touching grass.
Spinning diskies, apparently.
Yeah.
We were doing some disky spinning over the weekend. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, we might get into some video games here. We'll see what happens.
Maybe, just maybe. Video games might happen. And you can check out Nick over at Fire Hazard 508 Creations, doing all unboxings, maybe? G.I. Joe, HeroScape, possibly? If he took my advice for something for once.
Oh, yes. I mean, we're not doing all unboxings. We're doing crafting and unboxings as well.
You should do a Pop Mart unboxing.
And not going to be where there's going to be a transformer coming, but it's not going to be a bug transformer.
Well, I don't get it.
Or a Dinobot that could be
building
used
seed.
Dinobot could win an
There
Emmy.
might be a dinosaur in this, but not a bug, not an insect.
Okay, all right.
Tragic. And you can check me out over at Funky Games. We're playing through all quintessential video games. Lots of Star Wars over there for those people that like that stuff. Good things. Retro video games, like the Marios and the Castlevanias. That's over there. Nick might be playing some games. Who knows? I mean, check that out. You don't know until you check it out. So we appreciate y'all and across all of our channels, but specifically this one where we watch all the movies that I haven't seen, because these people will drag me into the street and beat me senseless if I don't do it. So
Already have, and you will continue.
We will continue the beatings.
Make sure to check us out on Apple Podcast and Spotify and any place that you get an RSS feed. Any place you get an RSS feed, we are there, and you can listen to us and watch us over. Come like and subscribe over on YouTube if you want to see our lovely faces and not just hear our voices. But that's all we got, folks.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Let's get out of here. We'll check you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.